Before I left LA, I met a girl, and she came with me. Leading up to then, we were having so much fun. Hanging out and going to cemeteries in the night, vandalizing industrial garbage. It was all so beautiful, like a movie.
We made it to Washington, but the fun came to a stop when one night I had to drive her to the airport so she could fly back to Los Angeles. And that was the last time that we'd be able to see or talk to each other. Two weeks later, I was back in LA randomly for a photo job, and I was hoping that we could meet up and got a hotel. I got one with a pool that was shaped like a coffin. I thought she would like that, but while I was there, she never responded to my phone calls or text messages. I was pretty bummed out, and I couldn't sleep. I just stared at my phone, hoping for a text. The next day, I was still in my hotel room alone, eating grapes and watching crappy Chinese soap operas. Then via a social network, I figured out that her and I would not be able to see or talk to each other anymore. For the next 2 weeks of travel, I was just emotional in my hotel room, smoking too many cigarettes, spending too much money, and drinking too much liquor. I got back to Olympia, and I was still depressed, but I had work to do. I found a place to stay in trade for taking care of this house. I had to water these pepper plants, and I got to pick and also eat the peppers, and I do love Red Hot Chili Peppers. I hit the gym. I thought I was back on my feet. But the cold and gray of Olympia got to me, and to escape it, I started partying and drinking very heavily. Renegading beers was only a temporary solution that would last until I woke up in the late afternoon with all of the same feelings of overwhelming sadness. It was the day after my 16th birthday here on the west side of Olympia. It was raining. My mother pulled over in this parking lot and told me my father passed away. I grieved, and since I haven't thought much about it, but being back in my hometown, I started thinking a lot about my father. After drinking a bunch of liquor, I felt like I felt his sadness. When he was around, he showed us the best and gave me great advice. But ultimately, he wasn't around enough because drugs and alcohol got the best of him. It was important to him that I was strong despite any challenge, and that he wanted the drinking to stop with him. So I'm done. I'm done with worrying, and I'm done with drinking. One of the things he used to say was, use the right tool for the right job. And I know what the right tool is to overcome this. Besides professional therapy, one of them is my camera. This is my first camera that my mother gave me whenever I was 15. And it's allowed me to travel all over and meet all kinds of crazy people and make all kinds of wonderful friends. And now that I'm back in Olympia, I'm returning to my camera, my home, myself, and my will to be creative. At the end of the day, that's all I got, but it's also all I really need. So I'm excited for what's next. I'm excited to make more movies. I'm excited to explore music. My friend Connor, who encouraged me to do this, who I want to play music with, I ran into him in an alley in Olympia when I was going through all of this. He told me to keep on trucking. Great advice that I had to take. Now and again, that girl crosses my mind. Whenever I notice the handgun bullets that she left, I always think of her. Or whenever I run out of laundry and have to wear her socks. but I'm ready to move on, and I hope that she's okay. I'm really happy that I now get to spend time with my mother. I'm thankful that I've been able to meet some very groovy friends here. The woods are beautiful, and I'm happy to be here. I'm not excited about these spiders, but besides that, it's really great. Now I can do what I set out to do. That's what the next chapter is about.